Welcome back. We're here. They finally finished their first game, and Brett has said that they're gonna start game 2 very soon. So, interrupting what I was doing before, and we shall watch game number 2 of GRIN Reavers versus the greatest of all time 5, or GO.A.T.5, because that's a really long name. G.O.A.T.5. Oh, turn this down. Let's see, I gotta go find their lobby password too. Okay, there, now I'm closer. Where is their lobby? This one? Where's their thing? Oh god. Lobby. Lobby. There's the password. There it is. Okay, I'm in the lobby. This is exciting. Let's see who won game number 1 in GRIN Reavers versus the GO.A.T.5. Oh, it's Daddy Odin with his really awesome picture. Okay, I recognize some of these names. We've got Daddy Odin, Licky the Cow. I remember Licky the Cow. I don't remember Captain Quiz, and I don't remember Malibu Jesus or Dream. Looks like GO.A.T.5 won game number 1. Congratulations to them. Everyone appears to be here. Fred is currently unassigned for some reason. Maybe he's just looking for some stuff. So yeah, welcome if you're joining. Sorry, I kind of was off stream for a very small amount of time. For like 20 minutes. I covered the Pot of Envy versus WSS Kobold series. Kobolds won 2-0. So now we're gonna watch game number 2 of GRIN Reavers versus GO.A.T.5. So some backstory on them. Oh, they're flipping the coin already. Who won the coin? GO.A.T.5 won the coin. GOAT chooses second pick, and the game's already starting. We're not gonna have very much time. There we go. So dramatic. There we go. Hey everyone on Dota TV and on the stream, which is probably nobody, but whatever. Welcome to game number 2 of the best of 2 between GRIN Reavers and GO.A.T.5. This is week number 1 of the Amateur Dota 2 Contender League Season 31. I missed game number 1, but apparently GO.A.T.5 won game number 1. I'm not sure where are the ticker things. Of like, they never will ever figure it out. It's never gonna happen. Who knows? Backstory on the two teams since I just got here. From what I remember, so GRIN Reavers last season, they did pretty well. They were in the upper bracket. They made it fairly far in the playoffs. I think the quarterfinals at least. They lost to TBD maybe, or maybe someone else. I think they got to the quarterfinals. So did pretty good. And I knew they were pretty good the year before as well. The GO.A.T.5, they were only in the first week or two of last season. And there was some just like logistical issues, I think, and they were unable to continue. So we're back here with the new team. Big callouts are Daddy Odin on the side of GRIN Reavers. I think he was the captain most of the time last season. I remember Licky the Cow. I feel like I remember Dream, and Dream is probably the carry, and Daddy Odin's the mid, I think. GO.A.T.5. Fred was on TBD, which I followed every single, I casted almost, I think all their games from last season and the season before. Fred was on TBD last season as the pause 4 typically. So I'm excited to see him on his new team with these people I do not know. I think Vino looks familiar, but AZ, Tenbu, Horan, 10, and, or is it Tenbu Horan 10? Tenbu Horan? Tenbu Horan 10. Tenbu Horan 10. And Dubu Polar Bear. Dubu Polar Bear. There we go. We've got some names. Bans coming out. This looks a lot more reasonable. Alchemist ban, Pengo ban on the side of GRIN Reavers. Some of these could have been bans from the first game that the other team did super well on. No idea. I don't know anything about it. GO.A.T.5 bans out Abaddon and Night Stalker, 2 classic offlaners. Alk would typically be a mid hero. Could be a safe lane carry, but would typically be a mid hero. Pengo, also a fairly good mid hero, but or could be offlane. So I guess GRIN is worried about the mid pickup, and GO.A.T.5 is worried about the offlaner. Clockwork is picked up first by GRIN. Excellent general support. I haven't seen Clock played as a pause 3 in a while. It definitely was in the meta a year or so ago, or maybe more than a year ago. It's been a while. More than likely, it's going to be the support in the offlane. That's typically what it is. You roam around. He's very good with this cog, the trapping people who don't have escape mechanisms, who don't have magic immunity. GO.A.T.5 counters with the Mirana, who can simply leap out of cogs, and who can send arrows into cogs if Clockwork ever goes in. Mirana is a big character in the Dota anime that just released today. Dota, what's it called? Dota Dragon's Blood. Mirana is one of the big ones, and she looks way different. Well, she looks way better, people say, in the anime. I think she looks totally fine here. Like, what's wrong with her? It's not that bad. And she has lots of cool mounts she can ride. But people don't seem to like her.
10 seconds remaining.
And then
5 seconds remaining.
GRIN Reavers grab Shadow Shaman, who is just all sorts of great supports. I remember last patch, nobody ever played Shadow Shaman. He was considered just awful and terrible and pointless. Anytime you picked him, you probably lost. Now it's like everyone picks him. They buffed up his talent tree, and his shard is awesome. So he'll get extended range on his shackles, and the shard gives him more range and spawns for wards. So it means he can stun people from very far away. Kind of OP. Really high base damage, even though short attack range. Pretty good in general. And should work well with Clockwork. They can lock down people very nicely. GO.A.T.5 grabs Shadow Demon for their second support. They're doing a much more traditional draft as compared to the previous one. The previous pot of enemy versus whoever else. WSS Kobolds. Yeah. Shadow Demon is very classically comboed up with Mirana. It's a super mean combo. It's the same as like getting Bane and sleeping someone, or OD with the Astral Imprisonment. You just disrupt someone with Shadow Demon, and Mirana launches the arrow. If you time it rightly, then it's impossible to dodge. It's a guaranteed freakishly long stun. Very frustrating. We'll see how it goes. Mirana will likely be rotating around, trying to set some things up with Shadow Demon, I would expect. They're being very serious about that. And both heroes do have their own respective ways to interrupt channeled abilities and to help. And Disruption can interrupt channeled abilities and can save people. Great ability. Now we got the next round of bans. GRIN Reavers bans out Storm for the mid, and Ursa and Jug as the carries. Yeah, Jug would do pretty well up against both of these so far. Super great carry, very flexible, very dynamic. I mean, very flexible and very suited for many situations. In general, a really good carry. Ursa is a bit more situational, but can be quite good.
10 seconds remaining.
GO.T.5 bans out
5
two more
seconds
offlaners. The Mars and the Sand King. Two great offlaners. I love Mars a lot. And then the Invoker. I guess Daddy... Oh yeah, Daddy Odin has played Invoker. Oh, what was it? I'm trying to recall. Last season. In the playoffs, Daddy Odin played Invoker. I know TBD beat them, so I'm guessing it wasn't that good. But I'm a big fan of Invoker, so it's a bit sad that they're not letting Odin get the Invoker. GO.T.5 grabs the Bristleback. Oh gosh, I've been talking so much. Bristleback, this could be the offlaner, this could be the carry. Pretty ambiguous pickup. Has potential, depending on how the next picks go. GO.T.5 does have last pick, so they could make Bristle be the carry or be the offlaner, depending on what they got to counter.
5 seconds remaining.
GRIN Reavers picks up Underlord. Definitely their offlaner. I don't know where else you would put him. It wouldn't make much sense. Super strong, super tanky, super buff. Really great to have. Works quite well with Clockwork's Cogs and Shadow Shaman's stuff. A giant AoE trap, so if Clockwork's Cogs someone, Underlord can drop his own AoE root thing on the ground. What's it called? God, I can't think of it. I don't know what. Pit of Malice. His Pit of Malice for even more roots in an AoE area, and it keeps rerouting you every such amount of time. So you kind of you combo that with like Shadow Shaman stuns and Clockwork's things. You can really keep someone in place for quite a while.
10 seconds
And of course, Firestorm also syncs very well with Ward Traps and Cogs. GO.T.5 grabs PL for their carry, so now Bristleback's pretty clearly their offlaner. PL is a great carry. Yeah, it's great up against, assuming you have enough illusions. Shadow Shaman's not going to be too effective. If you have enough illusions, for a while it's going to be very bad. If you get caught out, it's going to be very bad. Because Shadow Shaman can just isolate you out and you won't be able to do anything. Underlord's got his AoE stuff, so that's not going to be very great. PO won't be too effective up against Underlord in this safe lane for him. Not a very good matchup. And PO has the dissimulate, or wait, whatever it's called, Doppelganger, to get out of Cogs. A good overall choice. Oh, GRIN grabs the Kunkka. Mid Kunkka. I love Kunkka. He's just so straightforward. He's so fun. He will do very well up against PL. The giant AoE cleave, lots of AoE abilities, will help to detect which illusion is the actual one, which PL is the actual PL. Of course, if it's off cooldown, it's not so great. And PL, if he times his doppelganger correctly, he can dodge the X marks the spot torrent combo. So now we're waiting for GRIN's carry hero and GO.T.5's mid hero. Assuming we're not going to see a weird Bristleback mid. I don't think I've seen that. You could definitely have that if it's one of those strategies where both teams have like a really, really weird mid hero, like a Underlord versus Bristleback, or like a Timbersaw versus CK. You could have some weird mid matchups that aren't traditionally mid. GRIN bans out the OD and the Quap. God, OD would be so messed up. Disruption and Astral with Mirana. Way too much setup. That is unfair. We're already going to have 1,000 illusions with Disruption plus PL. Quap is... why would you ban Quap? Okay, I guess I just hate Quap. Doesn't really combo with too much. GO.T.5 is lacking in stun at the moment. They've got Disruption and they've got Arrow. Both single target abilities. Well, I guess until level 25. That does mean Underlord will probably be okay in general. Yeah. GO.A.T.5 bans out the Monkey King and the Weaver.
5 seconds remaining.
Sure. I don't think Weaver would be much of a good pickup in this match anyway. Monkey King would be great. Monkey King and Ursa would be good. Yeah, I guess Weaver might do okay against Bristle. You can at least stay back. Bristle's going to be a nightmare to deal with. Oh, but Riki! What? What? You're going to make Dream's life terrible. What was that? Grin, why would you pick Riki up against a Bristleback? So your offlane's going to be terrible.
10 seconds
Riki does extra damage from behind, and Bristleback reduces damage taken from behind.
5 seconds.
So, what? That's the thing. Like you never do. Like typically, someone will pick a Riki, and then you will pick Bristle to counter them. You won't pick a hero that's already countered. Bristleback is the counter to Riki. Okay, Dream, you want to try this really hard. You're feeling it. You want to try something crazy. GO.A.T.5 grabs the Razor as the last pick, as their mid, presumably. That's a very good, very good choice up against Kunkka. Kunkka has to walk up. He's melee hero. He's got to walk up to get last hits. At which point, Razor can just static link you, drain all of your damage, so Kunkka will have to be super careful. Yeah. Razor is not fun to deal with when you're a melee. Razor does fall off quite a lot in the end game. I mean, yeah, as late in the late game. He becomes very less effective. But I suppose up against Kunkka, they're both kind of as ineffective as each other if the game goes in that direction. That is rough. Well, I like Grin's lineup seems a lot more fun, but GO.A.T.5's lineup seems way more unstoppable. Bristleback's going to be impossible to kill. Razor's going to make mid a living nightmare. PL is going to be also really hard to kill, with so many illusions and so many saves. And Shadow Demon and Mirana are going to be a nightmare. Shadow Shaman might be able to make a difference. Shadow Shaman and Clockwork, if they work well enough together. I don't know. I'm favoring GO.A.T.5 in this. Well, here we go. So now we get to learn who plays what role on the GO.A.T.5 side. Presumably, AZ is mid. Yeah. And Tenbu Horan 10. Let's call him Tenbu. What does that make me think of? That makes me think of Anbu. With the Anbu? What's the... So that the people, like the sect of like assassins in Naruto, or the healing sector, something, like the Anbu? Senbu? Anbu? Zenbu? Something. GO.A.T.5 is grouping around here, wanting to ensure they get their runes, their bounties. Makes sense. Clockwork putting in a deep ward quite early. Scouting out. Being very aggressive.
30 seconds to battle.
Everyone's being very careful with their placement. Trying not to be caught out. Oh, Fred. Oh, so mean to poor Fred. Oh, but they changed their names. These are all lined up. I'm so impressed. Last game, everyone's tags were all terrible. Okay, no crazy things. So, at top, we've got Tenbu Horan 10 on the Phantom Lancer as the pause 1, supported by Dubu Polar Bear. Henceforward shall be known as Dubu, whereas on the Shadow Demon. And I'm probably going to call Tenbu Horan 10 Tenbu, because that seems pretty good. Malibu Jesus is blocking... Wait, what? Oh yeah, it's blocking the enemy creep wave. Because they changed it so that you can't pull the enemy creeps the first wave. Because people would just pull them from the get-go, and that's just annoying. Malibu Jesus is being so mean. So, they're facing off up against Malibu Jesus on the Clockwork, who already got level 1 Battery Assault, supporting Licky the Cow. Oh, poor Tenbu Horan, that's no fun. He's not backing down. Battery assault's over. We've got poison stacks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, misses the 4th. One more? Nope, no more. With Looky the Cow on the Underlord pause 3. Fun stuff. At mid, having the absolute time of his life is Daddy Odin on the Kunkka, facing off up against AZ, and there's that static link. It's so mean! And he instantly, whoa, he just, what? What? Oh yeah, he was on the wrong side. Okay, that was like, I was like, wait a second. See, now he has very little damage. It's just a mean lineup. He gets more damage, he gets less damage. And these things work so well together. So this is a slow. So he can cast this and then cast this, and it slows the enemy. So you get more damage off of them, and they take longer to go away. Bristleback taking some damage. Yeah, I'm sorry, Daddy Odin, this is not going to be fun. And then Riki is not going to be fun. I guess maybe GRIN wants to make it hard on themselves. They want to have a good time. Maybe. So, at bottom. Oh gosh, things are happening, maybe. Oh no, Malibu Jesus trying to deny himself to the creeps, but it's not enough. Too many stacks of Shadow Poison. First blood drawn by Jubu Polar Bear of the GO.A.T.5. Really living up to their name. It's so hard for PL to face up against Underlord. Look at this damage. So he gets more damage when enemies die near him. He gets buffed up, so he gets more damage. PL has a good amount of damage, but he gets negative attribute aura, so damage is reduced. Firestorm, so much damage. Tenbu's on the wrong side of the lines, wrong side of the tracks. Has to get out of there. Look at the cow's like, whatever, I don't care, it doesn't matter. Here's Malibu. Cogs trapping in Tenbu, but who's trapped in with who? Firestorm doing a lot of damage, but Malibu taking a lot of damage. A couple more stacks. There's 3. The Centaur Stomp hits the creeps. Polar Bear wants to get more, but nice juke by Malibu. Jesus. One more stack though will do it. Oh, nope. Firestorm and Dubu Polar Bear needs to be careful. Nice cogs there to push out Polar Bear. Polar Bear's probably going to go down. Poor Dubu trying to walk away. Battery assault's going to end quite soon. Dubu though does end up going down to the creep though. Shared bounty, no actual kill by a hero. Space created though for Tenbu, who is definitely suffering. Has almost no HP. If Licky the Cow pops the 6 charges, then Tenbu could drop pretty low. I suppose there's not really much of a reason, because presumably Shadow Demon should bring a salve. Yep, there we go. There's a salve. Nice work. How is Kunkka doing? Oh, did he do it? No, he tried. So there used to be a thing. Maybe they could have like changed it. There was a thing where you could time your torrent at exactly the stack time, like the time when it should stack, like 4 minutes. And because the creeps are lifted into the air, they're no longer in this spot. And so they will get stacked just because you kicked them up in the air at exactly the right time. It was amazing. You could just sit here and just keep stacking. It used to be that the big ancients was here. It was like right here. And so you would just keep doing that continuously. It was so OP. Oh gosh, Static Link, AZ doing so much damage. Is it going to go all the way? Haste Rune, yep, he's going to stay there. Odin's TPing out of there, and he gets out safely. And the X marks the spot, so he can regen really quickly, and then he comes back. Very nice. Wrestle back, dropping crazy low. Couple more hits, and oh gosh, Dream was able to get the last hit, but Vino finishes off Captain Quiz, taking so many cool stacks. Scary stuff. Full duration shackle though, and the Ether Shock. Pretty crazy that a Riki can take down a Bristleback. Because look, 24% damage reduction from the back, and then this will be from behind, you get bonus damage. So I suppose at this point, you don't get bonus damage. It's not till level 6. Last hits. Oh, Daddy Odin's doing pretty good. Staying neck and neck with AZ. Actually has an advantage. I suppose Static Link, it has a fairly long cooldown, whereas this Tidebringer, very short, and it costs nothing. There you go. Oh no. Oh no. Are you going to be able to kill them all? He wants it. He's gonna just wait. Just wait. Okay, he did it. He's okay. He's okay. Whoa. That was close. Lucky the cow is doing pretty good. Of course, what would you expect? Somehow Tenbu is even. They know how to last hit. They've been taking those learning classes. The new player learning classes, like on how to last hit. They've been doing quite well. Fred taking a good amount of damage. There's the Hex for some reason. Dream goes forward. Vino taking some of the damage, some of the hits from the Trick of the Trade. No big deal. They were trying. Captain Quiz has a lot of mana. How does he have so much mana? What? Did he pop his mangoes already? Because he's like a full mana. What the heck? Or maybe he popped his stick charges. Who knows? And Vino taking some for the team. As usual. Very nice. Oh gosh. Up at top. Licky the Cow's like, I'm all over you. I got Firestorm. I got Pit of Malice. What you gonna do about it? And down goes Dubu once again. But poor oh gosh, people are dying. Daddy Odin dies at mid. Oh, Static Link with DD, with Eye of the Storm. Oh gosh, people are dying everywhere. 3 heroes die in quick succession. Show me this one. No, show me the next one. Show it. There it is. I'm not sure what happened, but it didn't go very well. Poor Dream. You're almost level 6 though. You're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Up at top, things are happening. They want to take out Lucky the Cow, but he just pops the stick charges. He's perfectly fine. What are you gonna do to him? He's got 15% magic damage, or 15% physical damage reduction. That's so cool. PL just can't do anything. Let's see. The absolute worst people for PL to be against Timbersaw would be PL's absolute bane. Underlord's pretty rough too. I would say, oh yeah, Axe. Axe is also his bane. And then Centaur's not brave. Oh, there's Pit of Malice again onto Polar Bear. Polar Bear dropping pretty low. Is Licky the Cow going to go in on it? He is not going to go in. Oh, and they've got mana boots. He can just spam freely. This Underlord is. Oh, but here's AC. Pops Static Link. Instantly TV's out. They have no way to cancel it, and he gets out of there. Disruption was not quite in range. Oh, amazing. Malibu Jesus is going to get finished off probably. Yep, and he goes down. AZ gets the last hit. Great rotation by the Razor. But nice job. So great with that timing. Look at the Cow has to walk all the way back to the lane. But not dying is pretty huge. This is where Razor is shining. In this mid-game stage, up against melee heroes, what are you going to do? I will be curious to see the interaction because I'm not familiar with how it works, but tricks of the trade while you are static linked. I don't know how that works. They get the Hex, Shackles. Yep, Shackles to follow up. Mirana has the arrow, but it's like not worth it apparently. Fred is still getting quill stacks. Lot of quill stacks. Lot of quill stacks. Fred has Vanguard. You can't really kill him. Level 3 Ether Shock is pretty good though. Oh, he gets salved. Y'all are no fun. Let's keep it interesting. There's the arrow, lands on nothing. Dream trying to do some damage, but it's not very much. Whoa. Mirana's already level 6. Pops the ult. Tenbu's pretty low. Has no regen. Has stick charges, but no other regen. Playing it safe. Polar Bear is stacking camps and successfully stacks 2 camps at once. Nice job. That's what you get with Shadow Poison. Pretty cool. AZ's having a grand old time. Oh gosh, they finish off Tenbu. Oh gosh. What are you supposed to do when you have no regen up against the Underlord? And here's Malibu Jesus. Polar Bear is probably going to go down. He disrupts the clockwork, which is going to help for sure. Oh, they give up. That's a little surprising. Okay, sure. Oh, Daddy Odin has to play it so safe. X-marking the spot just to get some last hits. Because he knows AZ could simply static link. Drain all the damage. Not fun at all. So, Riki, how you doing? There's the Hex on to Bristle once again. They can't kill Fred. It's not really gonna happen.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fred is your counter, and they got a sentry here. They're ready. Dream's got to go somewhere else. There's no point in being here. They get the sentry. That's good, but Dream is way out of position. There we go. Blinks away. Safe for the time being. It's not the one to Captain Quiz. Captain Quiz is probably going to die. There's the arrow to follow up. And he goes down way too many quill stacks. Poor Shadow Shaman. Way too quick. Ugh. So gross. Oh, there we go. Level 6 on the clockwork. Gets the hook shot. Cogs to trap him in. And Polar Bear disrupts himself to last a little bit longer. There's the Pit of Malice for the extra damage. But oh, Polar Bear's not going to go down maybe. Pops 6 charges. Look at the cow keeps that instantly. AZ is here though. Malibu Jesus is going to die for sure. And there he goes. AZ once again gets the last hit. And once again, somehow Underlord has survived.
Dire have fortified their structure.
Nice work.
Someone better
Vino
get
just
Dire
gets the
to
chill here.
power.
Working on that Atos. TPing to mid. Because, oh no, Daddy Odin has been spotted out. Target acquired. There's the arrow, does almost connect. So close, Daddy Odin he's just screwed. There's 4 heroes here. He drops the ship. That was pretty good. His mana's all being, oh gosh, okay, well 5 versus 1. That's not gonna go anywhere. And of course, Shadow Shaman's gonna sacrifice himself as well. Captain Quiz just trying to help out, but whoa, ward traps onto Vino. Vino does have a leap away because Malibu Jesus gets the ult off again. A little bit more stun, but there's just too many of them. They're too tanky. 3 heroes have gone down just trying to save Daddy Odin. Wards are wasted just feeding them to the enemy. Somehow all of GO.A.T.5 was here at the right time,
Dire's top tower is
in the right place. Oh, things really just snowballed out of control there. Fred is too big. Too big. He's just taking the tower because he knows he can.
going to last long.
Look,
Radiant structures
he's regenerating faster than he's taking damage. Oh, almost.
happening to Radiant.
It's a 50% chance to block, so he's sometimes doing it. Sometimes he blocks all damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, okay, it blocks 70 damage, and the tower does 90 damage. And there's reduction anyway, so whatever. It's like the same thing. Riki has rotated mid. Dream is like, okay. Blinks away. Loki the cow is taking their stacks. Very, very smart. Very nice play. Oh, he is a lot less tanky than I thought he was. Wow. He has taken some damage. Gotta be a little careful. He's okay, but you need to tank up a bit. Where's that? You need that Vanguard for sure. Captain Quiz, grabbing that haste rune. Items. Riki's working on that Battle Fury. Oh, it's gonna take him forever. Net worth wise, Razor's got the lead. AZ, of course, is doing pretty well. Oh, there's the X marks the spot. Oh, wow. Nicely timed Yules by AZ. Interrupts the X marks the spot at just the right time. If he had static link before, it would have been pretty cool. But whatever, no big deal. Captain Quiz on the Shadow Shaman. Hey Chonsa, it's been a while. I didn't get to say hi to you last time. Yeah, I'm losing my voice like crazy. And you know, I was gonna have some, never mind, I can't, I'll tell you later.
Dire's top
Look at the cow TP's out, things are happening at top. Oh, AZ gets vision just in time. Gets the Yules, and Licky the cow finally goes down. AZ on a mega kill streak. 5 kills.
tower just went down.
Oh, dope. Just when I thought Licky the cow was unkillable. He's not tanky. He's got an 8 rod of Atos. Sure, it's 10 strength. And you got a bracer. Oh, that Yules pickup is good. AZ knows what's up. Yeah, I'll tell you later. But it's good to see you, Chonstar. I don't like saying Chonstar. Chonsa. Malibu Jesus is presumably working on the urn. Presumably, I would expect. Kunkka, double bracers, phase boots, working on armlet. Okay. Yeah, our armlet's good. Armlet's good. Gotta talk your little heart out against the quill stacks, against everything really. Ooh, smoking. Smoke time. There we go. 4 hero smoke. Someone is gonna die. And they pop Mirana ult. I don't know if GRIN knows something's happening. They call get back. They're kind of grouping. Oh, but things are happening. Oh no. They're all there. It's about that Dream. Dream drops down the cloud. There's the cogs. There's a disruption. Captain Quiz with the full duration shackles onto AZ, but Dream gets away. Down goes Dubu Polar Bear. There's a Pit of Malice wreaking havoc. Everyone's trapped up in there. AZ is dropping crazy low, but Malibu just goes down first. AZ is dropping so low. Dream, can you get it off? Dream, finish off AZ. Oh no, and Dream might go down in return. Tricks of the trade. Down goes Lucky the Cow to GO.A.T.5. I mean, to Fred. Go Fred. Oh no, everyone's dying. 3 heroes. Fred takes down Captain Quiz as well. Fred is just being so mean. This is what happens. Fred, you're so cruel. This is what happens apparently when Fred is not playing support. When he's playing... Oh. Props to Dream. He pulled it off. Relentless in his pursuit. But yeah, this is cool. I haven't seen this side of Fred before. A bristleback Fred. A pause 3 Fred. An aggressive tanky Fred. It's cool. I wonder if he likes that role a bit more. Because he's always been support. He was very good support too. Sacrificing his life for the cause over and over. Very good about that. Oh, that was like 1 for 4. AZ almost died. Dream was so close to finishing him off several times. It just wasn't enough. Eventually he got there, but it took quite a while. Still, things are not as disparate as I thought. Only a 2k net worth difference. Okay, yeah, it's hovering, just right on the cusp. Items again, let's check out GO.A.T.5 side. Yule's on the Razor, working on S and Y for that static resistance. General tankiness, it's a decent item to get. Tenbu's got the defusal. That's just wreaking havoc. Look at that. He lost so much mana. Defusal is so rude. Each attack does 40 mana, and that applies to illusions. It's just a really mean item. Mirana pops the ult. They're trying to go track someone down. Hanging around up here, hoping they can find someone. But they know it's there. Captain Quiz has a sentry able to kill the Ops Ward. Outpost captured. GO.A.T.5 has the advantage. Clockwork, what are you doing? Malibu Jesus. Oh, just out of range of AC's plasma field. Everything's okay. We're all good. No big deal. Everything's okay, right? It's all okay. Back to items. Oh, PO got a headdress or hood. Just to be a bit more tanky. Yeah, that's okay. We've got, yeah, that's decent. Because if he's too squishy, then he's gonna he can be killed before he can really respond. He can be killed before, like during the stun locks of Shadow Shaman and Clockwork's ult and the roots and everything. It's a good idea to have more magic resistance. Yeah. I feel like he has an ability, or is that someone? He doesn't. Maybe he used to. Bristleback. There we go. Fred, Mr. Fred. Still has the Vanguard. Still has the Soul Ring. Going for Shivas. He's so tanky. 58% physical resistance. You add on the 40% from the back. That's quite a lot of damage resistance. From like Riki. Riki, how can Riki possibly kill him? Up, Dream goes forward. Trying to initiate. There's the hookshot to follow onto PL. PL is actually probably going to go down in the cloud with the Firestorm and the full duration shackle. And down goes Tenbu. Dream on a killing spree. X-Mech with the ship. Yules by AZ to avoid it. Almost gets word trapped, but should go down just to, yep, goes down, tricks the trade. Fred is unharmed, but that is 2 cores, the pause 1 and pause 2 going down. Nicely played by GRIN Reavers. Finally able to get a really good pick off. Tenbu felt a little bit invincible there. Dream knows what he's doing. Dream's, yep, killing spree. Very nice. Taking out their stacks with the Battle Fury. Always the right play. It's always, I always feel bad because it's so mean. It's the right move. They're feeling good. They're sticking together, going in on this tier 1.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped.
Definitely don't have enough to take out this tier 2 unless they can have another thing. Mirana pops the ult. Tenbu still chasing afterward.
Under attack.
Oh, really chasing afterward. Why is he... Okay, sure. He's being a little bit obvious about it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It was kind of funny because I think he came back to life after Mirana popped the ult. So even though everyone else was invisible, Tenbu was not invisible. Because the effect started before he came to life. Oh, in the Dota series, how are they going to do it? So I like it a lot about a lot of movies. A lot of the important thing is when it's a game movie or series, it's like how do they portray their abilities or like comics and stuff too. When it's not in the game, they have to figure out how do I incorporate the game mechanics? How do I incorporate the game powers? The things that people love about certain heroes, about certain characters. How do you put that in a movie? It's really important because they have to tie it to some kind of context, to a storyline, to a reasoning, to an origin, to a situation. And like certain abilities, they cost more. Like every hero has an ultimate ability, which typically has a longer cooldown and typically costs a lot more. So like, how are they going to handle the mechanics of mana and cooldown? Are they even going to talk about it? Are they going to even bring into this whole lane thing? Is any of it going to really map to a typical Dota game? I know they're probably going to talk about ancients in general. Or are they not? I don't really know what to expect here. But I'm looking forward to them. There being some really pivotal or really cool moments where I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Dragon Knight's ult. Now it finally makes sense why Dragon Knight, for some reason, can turn into 4 different dragons. And they're called Elder Dragons for some reason. And it'll explain, like, other things about Mirana's ult. Like, why can she turn everyone in the world invisible? Phantom of the Moon. Oh. Tenbu tries to go to the low ground, but misses a little bit. Kind of just goes in place.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He was scared. He's... Wow. Captain Quiz is so lucky. If Tenbu had known that there was actually nothing there, that he could very easily have killed Captain Quiz, that would have been the end of Captain Quiz. But nope, Tenbu kind of has probably assumed that there was some backup. Vino continuously throwing out blind arrows. I have yet to see one really land surprisingly. I have not been following Vino that closely. Still. Licky the Cow pushing top, as a good Underlord does. Working on the Crimson Guard. They do protect their tier 2 tower. Advancing forward. Mirana has popped the ult. Oh gosh, they're pinging things out. Is someone going to do it? Are they going to commit? Seems like they're not really certain about it. G.O.A.T.5 doesn't feel like it. Send the illusions in. We're all okay. Yep, everyone seems to be okay. They do a good amount of damage. I'm impressed. So, PO is working on something. Presumably Manta. That is like the best item. Razor has finished the SNY. No idea what he's going to go for next. What do I think? What do I see typically? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't think I've seen a shard on Razor, but I think that's because it's not very good, and so the only time you get a shard is if you're doing super well. And then if you do see it, it doesn't seem like it would have too much of a visible effect. Assuming it's like what I imagine. Bristle finished the Shivas. Oh god. So tanky. 28 armor, 63 physical damage resistance. This lowers the attack speed. Freezing aura. It lowers regen by 25%. So rude. Look at that huge AoE. Huge AoE. And he's already got the physical damage reduction, all that stuff. Pretty ridiculous. Has he died yet? He has died. That's impressive. Mirana has Atos. How many Atoses do we have? Oh no, things happening. Underlord pops the ult. Dark Rifting out of there. No big deal. I'm pushing. You can't kill me. We're okay. That is definitely an important point. Look at the cow. There is nothing that can interrupt Dark Rift. You can't dispel it. So even though G.O.A.T.5 could time the disruption, they could time their stuns, at the right times. Oh, that looks kind of cute. When she does that, the wings kind of go up. Oh, I like that. What was I saying? Yeah, Dark Rift can't be dispelled, so even if you get disrupted by like Shadow Demon while the Dark Rift goes, you're still gonna get TP to the location, so you can't stop it. It means you have to do enough damage before Dark Rift is done channeling, is done activating, so 5 seconds or 4 in the future. You have to be able to kill him in that amount of time, which is very hard. He's a bit tankier now with the Crimson Guard. Dream has the Ags, which gives him the higher attack range. That's way worse. It used to be better. It used to decrease or like increase the duration, I think. Yeah, it used to increase the duration, so it was like 4 seconds, and you could be inside of a hero, and I think it might have like increased the AoE. So this seems like more of a defensive kind of thing, where you could use it to leap away. So what's the range? Yeah, it's a lot farther range. Malibu Jesus is probably going to get caught out. Smoke is broken. Malibu Jesus Cogs gets disrupted. There's the arrow to follow, and he gets hit. Dream is deciding, should I go in? Nope, I shouldn't. Malibu Jesus once again sacrificing himself for the cause. That's what I remember most about Fred, sacrificing himself for the cause. But now, he doesn't have to. He's working on the Scepter now, which gets the AoE goo. Pretty good. AoE goo, I like it. What else we got? We got Shadow Shaman, we've got Glimmer Cape. Working on that shard next. Marana pops the ult. I think I heard it. Yep. Oh, they're going after people. Dark Rift is popped. Wanting to take out the Kunkka and takes it out. See, so you saw there, he was Yule's. I did not determine for me exactly if Yule's will cancel out someone being taken away by Dark Rift, because he was in the air, he was within the radius of the Dark Rift, but he was Yule's. It could have ended right before the Dark Rift activated, or maybe it didn't. I can't be too, the timing was too close. I could probably look it up. They know what's happening. It's all here. Lots of goo. Do they dare? Nicely timed hook shot, and Tenmu gets it. So Clockwork gets the last hit, but Pio ends up getting the Roche Aegis, but it gets taken off immediately. Second life is here. Pit of Malice is there, though. He's getting like permanently wrecked. Here is the Ags with torrents everywhere. Down goes Polar Bear as well. Another Pit of Malice. Tenmu goes down for the second time. AZ is like one of the only 2 heroes alive. Speeding out of there ridiculously fast. 502 movement speed. They cannot catch up. Bino has a couple more leaps. Should be okay, but oh my goodness. GRIN just totally ran over GO.A.T.5. They were in the pit. That power shot. Wait, that hook. What's it called? Hook shot was so good. What's power shot? What the heck? Oh, power shot is Windrunners. And the Torrent Storm was just wreaking havoc. They have so much AoE stuff. Enough time for 2 Pit of Malices, 2 Firestorms. My goodness. So much stuff. Blicky the Cow getting static linked. Taking a lot of damage. Yep, lost a lot of damage. At this point, though, he's so tanky. Doesn't really do very much. AZ doesn't do too much damage. We are past the point in the game where he can very easily do stuff. Fred is still crazy tanky, but he died last fight somehow. I did not see very clearly how Fred died. There was a very large amount of things happening, and I was clearly not following it. Marana has popped the ult. They're all there. They're going on to Malibu Jesus, and once again, he will probably sacrifice himself for the cause. Disruption, Captain Quiz goes down. Oh, okay, and Vino goes down in response to Dream. Vino bites back. Oh my gosh, so much damage with the crits, and Polar Bear goes down in like 2 hits. Daddy Odin's in the thick of things, lands the bolt on the 2. Fred's taking some damage, but Daddy Odin's taking a lot of damage, trying to toggle his little heart out with the armlet, trying to survive, but he eventually does go down. Fred taking a lot of damage. AZ's here with the static field. Dream with tricks of the trade. Hookshot does not land with Malibu Jesus, but he is back in there after he bought back. AZ Yule is trying to get out of there. There's Atos on the hero, but he's trapped inside the cogs, taking a lot of damage from Dream, but Dream is a little bit too far, and he's trapped under the tower. Tricks of the trade finishes off Fred. Can it finish off AZ? No, it cannot, and eventually Dream does go down 8 times. Monster kill streak ended. Dark Rift has been popped and takes out Clockwork with his second life all the way back to base. Uber to safety. Oh gosh, my voice can't take much more of this. So much stuff. Very nicely played. Okay, Odin was able to get off all of the stuff. He survived such a long time. We had 2 buybacks on the GO.A.T.5 side, 2 buybacks on the side of GRIN. GO.A.T.5 put in a lot for that. They really need to get this tier 2 tower. They need to capitalize on what they did so far. But this tower is so tanky. PL does almost no damage, especially with looking at the cow here, especially with it Crimson Guarded. Nice hook shot. Such a good hook shot onto AZ. Because, yeah, Shadow Demon force-staffed him out, but Malibu Jesus was right there with the hook shot. Well played. Tenbu is almost, he does end up going down, almost finishes the TP, but not quite enough. They didn't have a way to interrupt it. There's a shard reveal onto Shadow Shaman. Maybe it's not a reveal, but that was the shackles make the serpent wards. Very short duration serpent wards. It seems like GRIN has the momentum. They can very easily go in without worrying too much. They're very tanky. They have a lot of lockdown. They cannot easily be killed. But GO.A.T.5 is also very tanky. They have the later game PL, which I personally think is better. Fred sees Malibu Jesus, goes down a little bit too far. Oh. Revealing the fact that, yes, they do have a ward there. And they already have a sentry too, so Fred quickly takes down Captain Jesus' ward. So, what else is going on? Dream is quite far ahead net worth-wise. Has the Daedalus, gets the Vanguard, going for Abyssal Blade. Gets the Vanguard before the Basher. That's something. Sure. Every time I see Shadow Shaman, I want to think of Biggie for some reason. I guess the last game, Biggie played Shadow Shaman. Sure. They're feeling pretty good. Going for the Blink, being more aggressive. Oh gosh, what the heck's going on? Well, Malibu Jesus is having a lot of fun out here, just for kicks. Walking around in their jungle. Maybe, oh yeah, dewarding. He really wanted that ward. It was very, very important for the cause. Extremely important, worth his life. Well played. You accomplished your mission. Whoa, so much damage. Yeah, so Shadow Shaman's getting Blink. Because they're 5k ahead. If they get initiations, they've proven they can take people out. So it's a risky thing. I would argue that getting Aether Lens could be better. Getting Ags, getting Scepter could be better, especially up against the PL. But hey, this works just as well. Licky the Cow has Tranquil Boot, has Guardian Greaves. My goodness. Now he's very tanky. Now we have this for the Dispel, for the general awesomeness for everyone on the team. Make it even harder for PL. Building anti-illusion hero all the way. Clockwork has the finished Spirit Vessel. Not sure what to go for next. I haven't yet seen a jetpack because it's kind of pointless. But it's kind of cute. It's like a free little spider legs, I suppose. Yeah, it's like free spider legs. Marana pops the ult. Hopefully you can hear that. If the sound's loud enough. I'm very used to it, like I'm very familiar with it, where it says like shadows, whatever. She says it in a very particular way. And it's you can always hear it, so it's really obvious. It is part of the game too, that even if you don't have vision of someone, you can oftentimes hear the sound. So especially things like Pudge's ult, dismember, and like Rana's ult, certain sounds can be heard a lot farther away than they actually are. You don't have to be able to see them. You can still hear the sound. So if like, it's happened plenty of times where Pudge is healing, so he dismembers a creep, and like it's very obvious the sound. It's very loud the sound it makes when he does that. So he could be like way over here, and Pudge could be like over here, and you just hear it, and you're like, okay, well I know Pudge is either here because I can't see him, or maybe he's up here where I don't have vision. but he's somehow close to me. It helps you know where people are. It helps you know what might be cast. Things like Mirana's ult it's very important for you to hear those because that is a global thing. It makes everyone invisible. You know they're setting up for something when you hear that sound. So it's important for you to back off and be aware that, yeah, the whole enemy team is now invisible. God, why am I explaining Dota mechanics? Sigh. Clockwork, whatever, what were we doing? Kunkka has Silver Edge. There we go. His items the item timings are working out pretty well. The armlet I don't think it was very meaningful. He did survive a little bit longer in that one spot. The scepter, though, was huge. That really turned that fight around at the Roche Pit. So many torrents everywhere. Wait, was the Roche Pit and somewhere else too? It was awesome. And now Silver Edge, the important thing for Silver Edge is it applies a break. So he uses it up against Bristleback, and then that makes his thing, that makes his passive like this thing. Bristleback's Bristleback. It makes it not apply. So you don't get the damage reduction for like 4 seconds. Pretty cool. AZ has the BKB. More for survivability. As you probably noticed, he doesn't really do too much damage at this point. He's definitely fallen off a bit. He's not... I don't really know what he can do, like what he can contribute. Besides general AoE-ness, maybe just being annoying, driving people off. I suppose he can drain Kunkka's damage, but it's only so much damage, and it's not all of his damage. He might be able to take out Shadow Shaman, potentially. And eventually, Eye of the Storm will definitely reduce armor a lot, like eventually. Oh, whatever. It's why I don't really like Razor. He's only really good to a certain extent. So PO has a heart. Oh my god. 3k HP. He is so tanky. That's going to be tough to kill. I suppose at this point he does relatively little damage, as we've kind of seen. So maybe you just kind of ignore him and then kill him afterward, since they have a lot of AoE damage. Sure. Something. Malibu Jesus. Malibu Jesus. Okay. We're okay. Bristleback's finished the scepter. Nice job. Fred has the Shiva's card. Has the Cloak of Flames. Look at that burn. So much damage. Yeah, that was a bit of a... That was a little sarcasm. Sorry. Doesn't feel like a lot of damage. Mirana pops the ult. I don't know what they're going for. Maybe she just had a feeling that someone was over here. But something. Mirana has the Force Staff and the Atos. Now we've got double Force Staffs. We've got Ghost Scepter on the Shadow Demon. Definitely, yeah, that'll be really helpful. Because he's been like 1 or 2 shotted by Riki. Riki does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And oh, now he has Basher. Dream is doing quite well for himself. Still, PL, Tenbu on the PL. And generally a much better hard carry, like late game versus the Riki. Like Riki is doing crazy amounts of damage at this point, like relative to others. Crazy amounts of damage. But he's still very dependent upon Tricks of the Trade for being able to dodge things. He's still relatively weak, and he doesn't really have too much attack speed, so his EPS relative to a PL might not be as good. His survivability might not be as good. Still really, really good, but like in the late game, not as good. I think. Well, they tried to smoke, didn't really go anywhere. Things aren't really progressing too well. Roche is now up. They call it out. I think everyone knows at this point. Malibu Jesus got more consumables. The life of a pause 5. Licky the cow going for Shivas makes sense. Riki finished the Abyssal, has Spell Prism, so now we've got 6.6 second cooldown Tricks of the Trade, so that's 4 seconds off. So 2 seconds of Tricks of the Trade being on. Oh, and he has -4 Trickster Trade cooldown. So still 4.6 seconds of being vulnerable. Whatever, it's something. Shadow Shaman almost has the blink. Underlord Shiva's Clockwork. Ooh, Trickster's Cloak is pretty cool. Kunkka going for Heart. Okay. I was kind of hoping for the Shard, because Shard could be pretty good. Just yet another AoE ability. This one also with a little bit of control. Oh, Tembu's actually that's the real one. It's the real one. Okay. He had some bad luck with that, but luckily he gets out of there. Also has Basher on the PL. God, I'm super low now. I need to eat something. Oh, they go in on Roche. Everyone knows. So now it's like, okay, do you stay because you know everyone knows? Last time you stayed, GO.A.T.5 wrecked your face. Malibu Jesus. Oh gosh. Okay. Mirana pops the ult. Wards are dropped in here. Now Wards can't really kill it by itself. So now what? Now what? Dream's in here now. Dream gets hit by the arrow. There's the Hex. Captain Quiz is going to drop really quickly. Gets the shackles on with the wards, but instantly goes down. Torrent Storm everywhere. Boat goes flying in. Daddy Odin's dropping kind of low. Gets the break though on a Bristleback. Bristleback's taking a lot of damage. Might go down, and he does eventually go down. Poor Fred. Arma toggling by Daddy Odin, trying to survive, but gets bashed and doesn't quite go down. Oh, toggles again, able to survive, but eventually Odin does go down, as does Malibu Jesus. Checks the trade, doing a lot of damage. AZ does eventually go down. PL is regenerating quite a bit, but is trapped inside the cloud. Does eventually go down to Dream. Buyback by Kunkka, buyback by Clockwork. GRIN should be able to finish off Roche. Oh gosh. Odin tanks the arrow while invis. And Roche goes down. Aegis claimed by Riki. Well played by both sides. Lots of chaotic stuff. Buybacks did have to be committed by GRIN.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Oh god, I'm so low. I need to eat something. We can do it. We're almost there, maybe. I apologize if I become less and less intelligible, or if I suddenly stop talking because I've passed out or something. I will do my best. Shiva's coming. Hero Shivas. Straight up Shivas. Do you realize you have it? There we go. And they take that tier 1 tower. Going for this. Oh wow, that is long range. Oh my goodness. That's so long. I didn't know it was that long. Jeez. You take out both tier 1, both racks. Get the Hex. There's the break onto Fred. Fred taking a lot of damage. Dream's on the back lines doing whatever Dream does. And Fred goes down